Caligula, the name by which Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus is remembered, was the third emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. He lived from August 31st, 12 CE to January 24th, 41 CE, and ruled from 37 to 41 CE. The son of the celebrated general Germanicus and Agrippina the Elder, and the great-nephew of Augustus, he grew up under the weight of dynastic expectations. His nickname, Caligula, Little Boot, came from soldiers who saw him as a child in a tiny legionary outfit while accompanying his father on the Rhine frontier. After Germanicus died in 19 CE, the family fell into political danger under Tiberius. Agrippina and several of her children were persecuted. Caligula survived by carefully adapting to court life. Summoned to Capri, he learned how power functioned amid fear, suspicion, and the decisive influence of the military. By the time Tiberius died in 37 CE, Caligula had secured crucial ties with the army and the Praetorian Guard. He became emperor on March 16th, 37 CE, in an atmosphere of widespread excitement. The memory of Germanicus and the desire to move beyond the darker years of Tiberius helped him begin with popular measures, recalling exiles, granting donatives to troops, sponsoring games, and easing certain taxes. Ancient writers often present this early stage as hopeful. Later in 37 CE, however, Caligula suffered a serious illness. From that point, hostile sources depict a sharp shift toward harshness and unpredictability. While modern historians caution that senatorial writers had motives to exaggerate, it is likely that his style of rule did become more confrontational. Politically, he tightened personal control and damaged relations with the Senate. He eliminated figures who might threaten his position, including Tiberius Gemellus, and removed the Praetorian prefect Macro. He also appeared to push the imperial monarchy into a more openly sacral direction, seeking extraordinary honors for himself. This approach could be provocative in Rome and destabilizing in the provinces. A major example was the crisis in Judea, where an order to place his statue in the Jerusalem temple created intense tension that was diffused only through negotiation and delay. Finances soon became a central problem. The lavish gifts of his first months, costly spectacles, and court expenses drained the treasury. To recover revenue, he imposed new taxes and, according to ancient accounts, relied more heavily on confiscations. Whatever the exact scale, the perception of fiscal pressure and arbitrary power helped undermine support among elites. In warfare, Caligula did not lead long victorious campaigns, yet he was not completely inactive. In 3940 CE, he traveled to the Rhine, reorganized command, and planned operations against Germanic groups. Later, authors preserve satirical stories about these events that may reflect political hostility. A more concrete strategic move was the annexation of Mauritania after the killing of King Ptolemy. The kingdom was turned into Roman provinces, a decision that set off rebellions that flared fully in the following years. Caligula's building activity in Rome was significant. He expanded the imperial palace on the Palatine, reinforcing the image of the emperor as the city's central political presence. Tradition also associates him with a symbolic architectural link toward the area of Jupiter as temple on the Capitoline, suggesting a deliberate claim to divine proximity. Most importantly for urban infrastructure, he began the aqueducts later known as Aqua Claudia and Anio Novus, completed by Claudius and vital to Rome's water supply. Beyond the capital, his taste for spectacle appeared in the temporary pontoon bridge at Baiae and the luxurious ceremonial ships on Lake Nemi. On January 24th, 41 CE, Caligula was murdered in a conspiracy involving Praetorian officers and members of the senatorial elite. His wife Caesonia and their daughter were killed as well. The Praetorians elevated his uncle Claudius. Caligula's reputation remains one of antiquity as most contested, shaped by hostile narratives yet anchored in real political conflict. His short reign exposes the fragile balance between emperor, aristocracy, and army in the early Principate.